Oh, hello. Welcome back to the deciding game in this best of 3 match between DJ Webb and Glove. I am Idle on commentary. We've got Jestrazooks on tracking. And this should be a good one. So obviously we know the score is 1-1 with this being the third race. I can give a very quick overview of the first two races if you haven't seen them. So the first race, it was a very early Varia suit for one of our runners, Glove spiking that item with the 0 tank early X-ray deboost. Pretty sick stuff there. And then that just carried her to victory. I think DJ was some 40 minutes later to that item or something like that. And then in the second race, both runners found the Varia fairly early, with gravity remaining hidden. It looked like we were going to have a gravity-less seed. Glove actually did go for the gravity-less, but DJ went a little out of the way and found gravity at Waterway, returning to Green Bryn for that check and carried that to victory. And here we are with race number 3. None of that stuff really matters. It's all going to come down to this one here. This is a best of 3, but it is single elimination, so somebody's moving on. Somebody's going home, but as pointed out last round, they're already at home, so however you want to interpret that. Settings are all the same for this randomizer tournament, so it's always going to be major minor. Here we've got our ice beam as one of our majors. Morph is guaranteed to be the other one. Runners are going to be hoping to pick up a power bomb pack here in one of the first few checks so that they can check this portal over here. It is area randomizer. In fact, I need to go reset my map. Otherwise, I am not going to remember where all the portals are. I'm sorry, did DJ use that? Did DJ freeze that? I missed if he froze it to jump off of it. It's kind of a funny thing. You don't normally have any easy ways of getting that morph ball item. Maybe he just killed that bug, whatever it's called. All right, doubles. Oh no, we did get a power bomb and a super. Okay, that's excellent. And I believe that's 3 races in a row that the runners found both supers and power bombs early. That's very convenient. Sometimes it can create some divergence that I don't really prefer in these, especially for a game 3. You know, let's give give one runner the minor item and the other runner has to run around for 15 minutes. Another super pack. Probably would almost prefer a missile pack just for menuing purposes. Both runners are safely under that tie hopper. Ooh, a very early croc. Both runners skipping. 10 super 0 missile croc could be pretty awkward. So I think they skip is in order here. Also, they wouldn't be able to get the item. Maybe they could see it. The odds of that play being in your favor are pretty low. Both runners are experienced. Both runners know that. Both runners know that the other one probably skipped it, and I think feeling reasonable about this play. And we do get that missile pack. That's kind of nice. So far, both runners have kept that ice beam equipped. It can be tempting to unequip it, especially for rooms like this. We see Glove actually opting to use the missiles that she just picked up to make this a little bit easier. The DJ, I think, mains the ledger grab climb, so that works out a little bit better in this situation. You don't have to kill pirates, they're not directly in your way. Alright, did I catch the first 2 races both had bombs here? Surely we're not going to go 3 for 3 on that, are we? Yeah, we are not. It is our first E-Tank. So typically we're going to go to Terminator, get that major item. Oh, but opting to take a save here. Oh, no power bombs. Okay, yeah, never mind. Because we don't have bombs, we need to do this. Right. It'd be kind of hard to go left right now. Could consider going right here. There's no easy way across the moat, though. Those portals are closer, but it's kind of nice to have that major item, even if it is just an E-Tank. That can sometimes be pretty important. And of course, it could just be something like booster too. So it can't be a suit. No suits, period. And for that reason, we're very unlikely to see Gauntlet. Attack's a nice early find. That kind of offsets only having one power bomb pack. You know, if we were to find a green Bryn, there's at least one bomb we can cut out by having that screw attack. Save some ammo here. And it's Red Tower. I'm going to choose to check the other portal first. I honestly don't know which is best. Get to be the one. Maybe you want to go back to Red Tower, so maybe it does make sense to go ahead and check this other portal here. It is pretty close. There's no elevator to it. Ooh, it's Green Bryn, though. You probably want to do this. I think you stay here. Maybe you check the... Oh, do you even check the bottom portal? I guess you do. Yeah, you check the bottom portal. So I'm sitting here thinking you probably want to go back the way you came, but not necessarily. You won't necessarily. Maybe you will want to stay to follow the top. So you got to check this portal now. Another portal you could potentially go down, but why would you? You're right here in Green Bryn. This is where you want to be. Yeah, both runners saying no to that. That would be a much different decision, I think, if that were the top of Green Bryn. You'd have much more incentive to go follow that, but we still have all of Green Bryn in front of us. So no divergence so far, but also no really significant points of divergence. Ooh, Spaceship's a nice find to go with that screw attack, especially. Especially the whole last seed, we found double jump kind of early, never found space jump, so now we just get the full version of it. Another power bomb pack's really nice as well. Seed's being friendly to our runners so far. Unless Croc is like both suits or something. There's no way I spoke that into existence, don't worry. Bolt suits would never happen. Alright, I did speak that reserve tank into existence, claiming that this seat is being nice to runners, immediately retaliates with the trash can. Ooh. I don't know if she took the 80 damage hit or not. She definitely did not need to do that. That's fine. But you gotta be a little bit careful in that room early on. That big side hopper does do 80 damage. And we don't have a lot of health. We kinda keep some of what we have. I think DJ made up just a bit of time on that big pink, but still go up with a very small lead. It's early. I like that gesture. I'll show you how to put a suit criteria. That is basically a suit criteria. Fair point. Alright, runner's getting bombs, and another super pack. Still not enough to do anything with, even if we had 30 supers. There's no way we can take on Ridley with this health. Well, choosing to top off the power bombs, I like that. Even with 10 and bombs, it's just nice to not worry about it. And there could be some situations in the near future where Crystal Flash is the thing that you might want to do. Another super. Runners might actually want another power bomb at this point. There we go. Now with bombs, I don't think we're going to see the fancy screw attack tech. Yeah, just screw attack the first, bomb the second. That makes sense. Probably see the same for DJ. Oh, DJ, I think laid a power bomb. Never mind. That works too. Yeah, it's pretty close. Feels like DJ's been gaining a little bit of time in this green brand. Still by about 10 seconds or so. Another power bomb pack. And this makes it interesting. If we were to find Upper Norfair here, because normally with 2+1 you wouldn't really want to do that, but 2+1 and Crystal Flash ammo? Let's think about it. Especially since it's up here. But the runners do have Red Tower. We've seen that. We haven't explored that yet. Oh yeah, here's Upper Norfair. This could be... So the club says no initially, and then she goes back for it. Okay. I don't mind that at all. I don't even mind the indecision. I think you don't want to just stand around. But jeez, that is not ideal. She does have the Crystal Flash ammo though. That was. Oh, she's almost. Maybe she doesn't want a Crystal Flash. Oh! DJ using the pause. Oh! Good pause attack by DJ. I don't think DJ had a save. I think DJ's save, last save was, and I don't even know if he saved when he was at the ship, so it could have been at least all of Green Brand. Okay, and DJ's making this trek. I believe 2+1 is kind of pushing it, whether this is enough or not. DJ might be counting on a Crystal Flash if this is not a tank, but it is. So he'll definitely be able to make it out. Webb does have the save. I believe she just took one. Okay, she makes the first jump. That's the important one. All right, and Glove getting into a rhythm there. Okay. I would have been pretty tempted in Glove's situation, coming in with just 11 health, to just immediately go for the CF. But she did a good job farming, and as a result, you know, she would be pretty low. She'd be relatively low on power bombs if she'd done that CF. Whereas now, it's not a problem. I'm guessing this was a power bomb here because DJ somehow has an extra power bomb. That must have been this. Still no divergence, as both runners did decide to stay to go for the Upper Norfair. It just shows you how slow Green Bryn is. Neither runner wanted to go back to Red Tower, making that long trek. Thank you, Jestro, for the sound change. We do have DJ in a little bit of a lead here. Not having to farm up health as much. And that allowed him to get just a little bit ahead. And also, he chose not to take the save, so he did almost die and lose like 10 minutes. But since he didn't, such is the reward. Oh, that could very well be banned. Easy to forget about stuff like that. Tanks, honestly, not bad. You're probably going to want to check the portals after this, and having these extra E-tanks to be able to do that is definitely helpful. As DJ's still not saved, I don't like coming in here saved. Even with screw his face. Oh, and I think Glove, did she go here first? She must have. She's down. She only has one. She doesn't have one D-tanks, because I don't know how she got here first. I like this. I don't know if she checked what the miner was. I kind of like the decision not even bothering with it, though. Just deciding, whatever that is, it's not going to be worth it. It's even a super, but you could lose so much health doing that. Glove still has this wave check to do, so that makes sense. But it's certainly going to be nice having that extra super. Unless she already picked it up and I'm just blind. That could be. Am I just out to lunch? Maybe I'm channeling what I would do and not what she actually did. I know, I personally find that an individual item. Because now I'm looking at this, like, they have the same super count, so maybe she did the super. She's just that fast. She did skip it? Okay. Where'd she get the super, then? If DJ has one. Or did DJ also skip that Bubble Mountain item again? He skipped that in the previous race. Maybe that's where the extra super is. Okay, I believe that was back of East. I'll take another save. I was just thinking, I hope DJ saved somewhere, but DJ did have a Crystal Flash in tow, so even if he had ran out before, even if he needed to refill before he got to that gate glitch, he would be fine. Ooh, top of Red Tower. Does this count as C Business Center, do Business Center? I mean, he can sort of... It's like French Vanilla Business Center. I mean, you have space jump. You don't have an easy way back. Is the only problem with doing it this way. Okay, Glove. Okay, she might just be deciding, you know what, my save is not that far from there. I'm going to keep my ammo. I'm not going to do the Crystal Flash. I don't mind this play. She would have had to start burning super. She'd already actually burned more missiles than she could afford if she wanted to Crystal Flash. So that could have been part of the logic there, too. Love having some choice words to say about this map. Gets that gate glitch pretty easily. Meanwhile, DJ Ring Ball here at high jump. And some more missiles. I was going to take this refill, but she's not going to follow East Meridia here, so she's going to be probably going with... Or no, it was Red Bryn. Maybe she does follow this. Probably not. Business Center is right there, although you don't have an easy way back, though. And X-Ray's free. Okay, she is going to choose to do this. I think this is our first real divergence. Unless we want to count the order in which we did checks. This is our first real divergence in this game 3. We've had some divergence in the other games, of course. And now Glove's going for the kit miners. Skip those in the previous race. And super. Are we going to get double super again? Yes, we are. Another double super. Kit miners. That was funny. Meanwhile, DJ, it looks like you found another E-tank at the ice beam check, I believe. And we're going to see what these portals are. Is it going to be Red Bryn? Not yet. Let's see what the other one is. Red Bryn would kind of bring the runners back together, for better or worse. Ooh, crate layer found by Glove. Oh, both West Meridia portals. That's not good for DJ. That is probably not worst case scenario, but it's close. Especially since it's not even the other West Meridia portal. You can't even. So you still have one West Meridia portal. You don't know what it is, and now has to go back. There's nowhere else to go. Has to do this hell run. Basically, go where Glove's already gone. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a lot to show for it. It does have Spring Ball. There are scenarios where that Spring Ball could be the difference maker, but less so with us already having Space Jump. So that might actually put Glove back into the lead here. She's a little bit behind on knowledge. She's also going to need to avoid going to the Upper North Fair Business Center. And it's Fantoon at Crate Slayer again. We have way more resources this time than last time. Should be no problem. Going for the airdrop, or getting some of them. DJ will most likely be doing this as well. DJ did get the kit miners and was rewarded with double super last round. We'll see if he decides to check the kit miners once again. That did end up being relevant. The charge was somewhat varied. DJ remembering the screw and space jump combination gives him easy access over all of those enemies. Glove has the first boss down. We'll see what Crate's Closet has, and then probably on to X-Ray, Spacer, and more portals. I don't think there's any chance that Glove will go back to Upper North Fair at this point. From Glove's perspective, Business Center could just be connected to the bottom of Red Bryn. High jump's a nice find. Unfortunately for DJ, that makes that Spring Ball, I think, well, maybe that's still relevant. I'll take that back. Did DJ check the boss and then not do the boss? Actually, though, okay, this kind of makes sense because this is such a fast check, and you're going to do it anyway. Like, the odds of you finding both suits in that crate layer location are really low. So just do this first. If it's a suit, great, you can do more bosses. So I do like that decision, actually. You might have even done this before the portal, I'm not sure. Yeah, what is I mean, surely she didn't do that on purpose, right? Nice X-ray Diva's glove. She just had to go 3 for 3, folks. That's all it's about. Now she's going to equip her space jump on the way out. Are we going to see a reaction if she goes to re-equip stuff? Because she's going to re-equip stuff, right? Once she gets out here, is she going to re-equip space jump? We're all just waiting for the reaction. It's got to be coming soon, right? No reaction. Okay. It's all as planned. See? It's all as planned. Meanwhile, DJ getting this Fantoon. Ooh, charge beam. Okay. I guess that's nice. I mean, you're probably still potentially checking for ammo. Oh, I guess maybe not, though. 45 CBs is a lot. You're definitely not going out of your way for ammo. I mean, charge ice is a pretty weak beam, but as long as the runner's behind Varia, it's not going to be a problem with 6 tanks and 45 Seepers, I think. And a Zep skip with that ice beam. Okay, was that back of wreck ship? I think I saw a wreck ship. I'm just trying to remember which side it was. And we have front of Meridia. East Meridia. And front of wreck ship. Well, this is the portal we want. Actually, Glove might have been looking for Upper Norfair business center. We know that it's not going to be here. Oof, unfortunately lost her spaceship there. Does a nice recovery. At least she's remembered space jump. Alright, I believe she's already taken the save. You don't know who this boss is. It's somewhat likely to be a boss we can't do. I guess, well, okay. 5+1. It's a tough Ridley fight. It is doable. You definitely want to save. So I guess there is a better than 50-50 chance. It is Ridley. Okay. Just gonna have to be careful. Sometimes you have gravity, you can lose type of hit. Not the case here. You have speed attack, help a little bit. And high jump, that also kind of helps, not having dome movement. There's the screw attack in action. There's Ridley's tail being weird. What was that? Nice dodge there. Nicely done. That should be enough. Yep, she's going to pop the reserves here, but she's going to have... It is going to be a little tricky if she's trying to get the item. Oh, she got... Okay, never mind. She got the health bomb range. So health bomb, you get enough health, you're good. Now you can get the item too. So that was almost perfect there. Well done. That is going to be one thing that DJ, having gotten this extra tank at business center, that is going to make that a little bit easier for him. And that one extra tank could be a difference maker. So at least, and he is still up that knowledge too. So while I would consider Glove a little bit ahead here, it's not by a whole lot. The good news for Glove is she has no way of getting back to that business center, so it's unlikely she's going to waste time there. That was really, those portals were pretty bad there. I'm gonna lie. All right, DJ gets the knowledge in here. We're up to 8 tanks. Ridley not home. You got to start thinking about a Variolus Lord Arfair here. Now, we have not seen Turian, though. That would be the one thing that maybe you cool the jets on that just a bit. Because without Turian, you potentially could have to do a reverse amphitheater. You know, if that isn't in front of Ellen, or even if it's in the back of Ellen, and you have to do a front to back Ellen. Glove likes to point out that it's a lot different doing that in Rando versus an RBO run where you know where the tanks are. But we do have like 30 power bombs, 30 missiles. Like, we have some crystal flash ammo here. Now we've got grapple too. So if Glove is just missing spring ball, she's not going to find that. That's the business center. Unlikely she's going to go there. Meanwhile, we got DJ doing his Ridley fight. Oh, nice. Did not need the extra tank. Well done. And Glove says no to top of wreck ship, which you can only check one item up there. I imagine we're going to see a similar play from DJ. And if so, that would give DJ the complete suit list. Now, DJ has checked a few more items. It's interesting. So Glove's saying no to this. Is she going for full suit list here? I mean, she has everything she needs to do in front of East Meridia. She knows that Ridley can't be back there. Where is she going? She is leaving the front of Meridia behind, though. Oh boy, is she going to... If she's making the play for Upper North Fair, that is going to put DJ ahead, I think. Unless she's just coming here to refill. Listen. I don't know what she's doing. Oh, she's going refill and going back up. Okay, you wouldn't come all the way over here to refill and then go to East Meridia. That makes more sense. Okay. She could also go to Criteria, but I don't know what you're doing in Criteria necessarily. Gosh, I said it early on. There's no way. There's no way what I said 10 minutes into the sea is true, right? There's no way. I'm not even going to repeat it. This Upper North Fair play makes sense from Glove's perspective. It's just the portals are so bad. So bad. At least she's going to have Spring Ball. So she will have the full suitless complement. So she will actually be able to leave West Meridia. I mean, I think Glove or DJ could have, but there was no reason for him to. Glove will have reason to. So at least, like... we'll see what DJ does. DJ is not going to the business center. So will DJ head to East Meridia? I imagine we will. I imagine we're going to see an East Meridia play here. So the route divergence continues. presumably. There's a spring ball for Glove. She's going to check ice for sure. And there it is, ice coming back on for DJ. We get some seatless action. Last seed, it was Glove providing the seatless movement for us, and this seed, DJ is going to start us out. Very nice ice clip from DJ. All right. We do have charge, but we're going to want to use supers on this fight if we can. Botwoon does hurt, but as long as we can get Botwoon to half damage and to where he starts moving a little bit faster. So yeah, now we're going to probably switch to the charge shots pretty soon. Oh. Never mind. DJ gets it done with, I think, 12 supers. You need 10? Not bad. Not bad at all. Glove about to get the bad news on the portal here. I suppose terrain wouldn't be a whole lot better, but at least you know it's where it is. And it's just wave here at Botwoon, so still no suit. Well, now has the portal knowledge, and I guess you do West Meridian could be the answer. I mean, she has full suitless. Both runners have both full suitless at this point. So the answer could just be at Mama Turtle, or it could be at the portal we can't get to. Although that would just put you in LN. So actually, no. The answer. We're running out of non-croc locations that we can go for our answer. Let's put it that way. There could be a speed booster at Gauntlet or something like that. That's also a possibility. If we consider Croc at Cafeteria for today, the answer could very well be in Cafeteria. No save for DJ, but with high jump and grapple and a million E-tanks, it's a little bit low on ammo. I guess you can grapple kill Dragon though. And it's just great, so skipping the save, totally justified. Ooh, double spring ball jump attempt from Glove. Very nice. And a dead crate for DJ. So I believe Glove had our first boss of the seed, and now DJ has the second boss. Or no, third boss. Because we've got Ridley down as well. Oh, and there's Gravity. Knew that both suits couldn't be a Croc, guys. Couldn't be. So I'm sitting here saying, Glove, don't go back to Business Center. It's bad. Don't go back there. Well, now it's looking good. But DJ, I mean, with the space jump, it definitely helps with the Coliseum. I mean, this has not been particularly slow East Meridia for DJ. It's slower than what Gloves will be, but it's not, you know... mean, Glove had to go a long ways back for that upper north arrow. Let's not forget that. So she had some round to make up with the routing. Now I missed. Glove seems to know this portal must be something. Is this guaranteed? Oh yeah, yeah, it is. Oh boy, it is going to be either Turian is attached to LN. Well, wait a minute. Glove needs to do the East Meridian boss first here. Oh, this is interesting. And I don't think she even bothered to check the portal because it wouldn't matter as much from her perspective which one it is, but it kind of matters from DJ's perspective, I think, whether this is back to front or front to back. That is a little bit. Ooh, fancy move by DJ there to bomb out just one of those. That way he can do the single tile wall jumps, which are really not that difficult once you get yourself up to that point. And DJ's already out of East Meridian. He's a boss ahead at this point. So we just have Dragon in Lower Norfair for DJ. Glove needs to find her way back to East Meridian. Remember, she said no to it earlier. So I was thinking maybe she would do it at that time. She said no to it. Now she's coming back to it. She is going to be able to do it a heck of a lot faster with this gravity. But she's sort of behind, but also DJ has to somehow do... He's on a pace double suitless here. Another nice thing about Glove routing in that ship stop is that her supers are full, which is going to be pretty helpful for doing the hell runs. DJ with 13 supers is going to want more than that. In fact, I don't... Where's DJ going? I don't think that save was correct. Because you just want to save at the ship anyway. Could be a mismark on the map, you know, could be like, oops, forgot I'm gonna go right by the ship type deal. Oh, we still don't know. We just know that Turian is attached to LN and it's attached to Crab Portal from Kateria. That's all we know. Yeah, DJ now realizing, oops, should have taken the save. No problem. DJ could go to Croc. Varia could be there, but you don't know that. Gauntlet could have speed, and then Varia's a top rook ship, or Varia could just be a top rook ship. There's so many, or could be in East Meridian. There's so many places Varia could be that you don't really want to bet on it here. Okay, DJ has not checked either of these portals. So he's going to have to check both, because I think he doesn't know. I don't think he would know for sure based on just this one. It is back. It's going to be back to front. That's going to be a reverse amphitheater suitless. That is bad. Yes. Yes, as Chad is saying. Because it's just not something you practice very often. And if you don't practice it, it's extremely difficult. This is in the realm of probably doable. Have you done it before, Nitro? It's been done. People have done it. Okay. Okay, I like this play from DJ. This is actually potentially going to save the game for DJ. I don't like the save, though. I don't get this. The save... The save doesn't make any sense to me. But other than that, I think he's checking Mama Turtle. It's still a difficult... Well, I mean, Glove's got to do the exact same thing, actually. It's still difficult with gravity, but it's doable. And it's something that probably both of these runners have practiced, having gravity for your reverse amphitheater. Doing it without any suit, you take like 300 damage a second or something. I'm probably exaggerating slightly, but it's a ton of damage. It's so much that it's difficult to time your crystal flash. Like, even if you have multiple crystal flashes worth of ammo, which these runners do have available, you just can't time the CF right to be able to be under 50 health, 50 or below, to be able to get into the crystal flash. And there's actually a little bit of delay before you even start collecting health, so you could run out of health during that delay too. It's very difficult to do. If you're sitting there with a practice ROM and you're just doing it over and over, you can do it. But which there is a save not too far away, but I mean, it's just... This just went from, I don't know that anybody's doing it, to this is doable now for DJ. I think you literally have to CF in the acid if you are suitless. I don't think you can actually get through the acid fast enough. Oh yeah, Kaizen 10 with the knowledge. It's something like it's and that's the craziness. You're dropping the PB. Okay, so it's not 300 damage a second, but it's 315 to 325 health you need to be at when you lay the PB, so that you damage down the appropriate amount. Which, when you think about how much health you're bleeding for that to be the number, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Okay, so with all of that, I think the routing is putting DJ a little bit ahead, along with that heads-up thinking to, man, I better find a suit. Like, the realization that I'm going to need a suit for this. And gravity might not be down here. There's kind of a little, if you're thinking about it, and it's hard to do while you're racing, but because we know that Ridley was in wreck ship, that means Varia suit cannot be in wreck ship. And like that, we also know Varia just can't be an LN. We have to find Varia before we can do LN. So does that mean that gravity can't be an LN? Maybe it doesn't. My logic might be flawed. Don't pay attention to me. But anyway, even knowing that, you know Varia's not in wreck ship or LN, you might be thinking there's a greater chance that Varia's sitting there in Mama Turtle. So I think DJ was really hoping to find Varia there. Gravity's not a bad find. Now, I don't believe gravity is self-providing any protection. It's only providing protection against that acid. That's why it's helping the amphitheater, reverse amphitheater, but still have to do these hell runs. See, both runners getting pretty low on health, but they do have plenty of CF ammo available. We start seeing the CF here. DJ, you're making me nervous! Oh! Oh no! Where did he... Oh, he saves not that far away. Oh, did he save in LN? Oh, he saved in LN. We still have a race, because if his save was back for that Meridia was, it'd be over probably. Well, maybe not, actually, because this is still tough LN for both runners. But he'd be significantly far behind. What did he get dumpstered by? A Holtz. The Holtz switch is not going to get killed by the first hit of a power bomb. Yeah. He needed to kill that enemy. Just, that's all there was to it. But his save's not... That did cause a lead change, but we are not... This is not over, folks. sure the Dragon fight's free. We still have reverse amphitheater. And this is, even with gravity, this is not your everyday reverse amphitheater. It's more typical for the runners to realize they need to do reverse amphitheater, therefore they're going to look for Varia. That is the more typical thing that happens. It's rare that you find out at the very end which portal connected to LN and which one is connected to Turian. Like, it's unusual to be in this situation. To both be in this situation and have Varia be buried. And Glove did lose a little bit of time on this Dragon fight. Got a little bit trolled by the grapple kill. Varia can't be here, but it could be an E-tank here, so maybe still worth checking this. I think that makes sense. DJ will do the same. With help. And it is an E-tank. That's good for both runners, especially DJ. But they both have CF ammo, so that wouldn't have been a big deal. Okay, folks, here we go. It is definitely not over. This one's not over until at least one of the runners reaches Turian, because you still have, even if you get through Amphitheater, you've got several tricky rooms. I mean, we've got Space Jump and Screw Attack. I mean, even Lava Dive is not free. You can get hacked by those enemies coming back up. And you might be in a dire health situation, so... Glove's Powerbomb situation's probably good enough. Has 2 CFs available. I guess DJ also really only has 2 available unless he gets a couple Powerbombs along the way. Okay, we're going to take the save here, please. Oh no, I would take that save! Unless she's confident. This is not free. I would take the save there for sure. Making me nervous. Please get out of that acid. Okay. DJ taking the save. So Glove needs to get this first try now. And in her defense, maybe she does anyway. Because DJ is not far away. Does have the space jump, does not have to worry about those lasers. Okay, she does it easier than I was expecting. That was not as scary as I thought. I didn't even know you could do it with that much health left still, honestly. She is going to have to CF one more time, I think. But that's fine, because I don't think she needs power bombs for anything. But even, like, you go up this elevator, you're going to lose, like, 150 health riding this elevator or something. I actually don't know how much it is. I could be totally lying. But you're losing health. All up that ride up the elevator, you're losing health. DJ, for his reverse amphitheater, gets it. Nicely done. He's just going to take the bottom route. I don't like this. This route's... It does have space jump, but still... Oh wow, Glove did not even need the extra CF. Well done. Is this entire match about to be decided by a Holtz? Yeah, I do agree. This was a good seed for race 3. Not a death seed for sure. And yet, I mean, Glove, it's not quite going to be sub-hour, but pushing and DJ not far behind either. I mean, also not needing that extra CF. I need to find a reference point here. Are we within a minute? I think it's close to a minute. We might have both runners in the escape. You always love to see that. Okay, we do have Wade this time. Maybe skip would be relevant. Glove going for the traditional. Gotta get set up. Nice, that's good. And that was pretty big, because missing that, DJ hits it, it could be a very close race. With that, that's going to give her a significant lead here. She's got an extra super as well. The steam, we can see the number in the top right, tells us the damage. It's 180 damage. This isn't terrible, but it's worse than new route beam. So having that extra super pack is going to save a few seconds here. Okay, going to opt to turn off to protect for the step skip, which you absolutely want to do, which is mentioned the 180 damage beam. You don't want to be relying too much on that. Alright, and I'm going to check the time here when the brain hits the ground. DJ missing the baby seat proportion. I didn't see if he went for it or not. That is going to widen the gap a little bit. Okay, that's 56.23, I think. We're going to unload our ammo first. Charge beam with whatever's left. We can take, well, we don't have Varia, so we can't take a billion. We're going to need at least 6 tanks. This beam's weak enough that you could do stand-up, but not going to save that much time. There we go. And she is just going to take 6 damage down. This makes sense. I forgot to see when the brain was down on the ground. But it's over a minute difference, though. So, unfortunately, that's not going to be... You know, it's interesting. I mentioned the holds. Did that actually cost DJ more than a minute? It probably cost them at least a minute, but maybe it didn't cost them the race. It would have been a lot closer, actually. DJ would have probably gone into Turian ahead, but with Glove having the extra super, Glove hitting the baby skip, I don't know. I think somebody would have to go back and check. But great race either way. I'd be inclined to think that as well, Nevdi. I'm not sure that actually costs more than a minute 20, which I think is what it would have to cost for that whole speedy difference. Neither runner bothering with stand-up, which again, 180 damage beam. You know, a typical stand-up is 5 times more powerful beam, where it actually does make sense. Yeah, that's a fair point that is being made in chat, that if DJ had not died to the holds, and if DJ were ahead, which we're not sure he would be, he would definitely not be ahead by enough that Glove doesn't win if she remembers that she has space jump for X-ray, especially considering she had to redo the setup. It would not be. It would be close. It wouldn't be quite that close. But we think that maybe Glove wins anyway. MM2 saying that Death is a minute 20, which is about the difference. We're going to see here soon. I mean, is it fair to say both runners got lost about a minute 20 in aura value? Because, I mean, getting killed by the iframe stuff is pretty cool, too. Get your GGs in chat for our winner, Glove. Finishing in first place. Where did I put the race time? With a time of 1 hour, 1 minute flat. Will DJ come within a minute 20 of that? Well, at least they both had the same kind of Leodox moment there. That's not the official Leodox moment, but both falling down that same spot in this room. Oh, I missed the pop-off. I'm gonna go back and watch that later. I bet it was there. And I think we're going to be joined here by the runners. I just want to see where this official time ended up at. So DJ is going to finish in second place with an official time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, 32 seconds. So a minute 32 back. Glove is about to join us in chat. So according to chat, the Holtz death was only a minute 20. So if it's any consolation, we don't think that was the difference. But wow, that would have been close.
I figured as soon as she finished, I was like, yeah, it might have. And yeah, Glove was. We were talking. If I also hit baby skip, which if both of those are completely my fault, and my Metroid 2 wasn't very good, and my escape was also bad. But you got to play the game mode to win. I'm not I'm mad, but I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Glove.
Hey, GG's.
Yeah, for sure. Crazy series. Glad we put on a show again.
Very exciting.
I really thought I threw in that game 3 when because over the past week I have decided to start actually tracking items in order to prevent this exact scenario. But the thing is that only works if you look at your item tracker. But I glanced over, I think it was while I was falling down Red Tower even, I glanced over at my tracker, saw the space jump lit up, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Did I misclick? Heck.
Mm.
And that wasn't just X-ray. That was literally almost every single room leading up to X-ray. I would have saved so much time with space jump. So I was like, okay, this route is this certainly wasn't a linear seed, but I know that DJ is obviously very talented, and I was like, yeah, I kind of thought I was just playing from a losing position from there on out. But it was a really interesting seed.
Interesting it was, yeah. I'm curious how you like handled the beginning. So like after Green Bryn, I just went through Upper Norfair. What did you do?
Yeah, I did the same. And I did the Upper Norfair hell runs, which I was like, immediately I was like, this is a bad idea. This is really slow, and I shouldn't have done them. But I did do them, and it's like, oh, I got a bunch of E-tanks, so that makes it faster, but then it's pointless, right? Like, is kind of the thing, is it's like, if you are ever making checks hoping you find an E-tank, then you, like, that. I just don't think that's correct. So I probably should have just looked at portals.
But yeah, it was. If you already have gravities, E-tank is kind of fine, but yeah.
I have already forgotten where Gravity was. Was that Business Center?
No, Gravity was Mama Turtle. Gravity was the second to last item I grabbed. I don't know about you.
It was pretty close to the end, because yeah, I like it put Business Center off for later when I found Red Bryn again. And it was like, okay, there's both Portals of Wreck Ship there, so I did, Boss, Raid Super, and E-Tank. And then from there, I was like, I guess I'm going right back to Upper Norfair.
Yeah.
Right. I think. Yeah. So it was like so awkward.
That was a long ways away.
Red Bryn was really weird this seed, because it was like, I was like, okay, if I find Gravity and Wreck Ship, this is perfect.
So you guys both hit top of Green Bryn. I think Glove got there 10 seconds earlier, left, and then decided, oh no, actually I'm going to do the Upper Norfair. So then you guys entered at the exact same time, basically.
And then I almost died to the speed bugs. That was fun.
Yeah. So I think Glove went for a save very quickly because she was down to like 11 health, so she needed to farm up some health anyway. She didn't want to go for the CF to refill health. And then, DJ's like, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to about die at the bug farm. That's what I'm going to do after not saving at all. Like,
I think I probably had I probably had 2 frames on that pause. Not going to lie, I thought I saw the fade out. Like, no lie, and I was like, that would have been bad. Thankfully, I paused. Don't get hit by the speed bugs.
So DJ finished up Upper Norfair a little bit earlier, but then decided to go ahead and go to Business Center, and then got the absolute worst portals you could get at the top of Business Center and had to turn back around. Whereas Glove skipped that, so that put her ahead. So I think she actually got the boss first. She got the first boss, and then she went and did Ridley first. But then after leaving Wreck Ship, she then went back to Business Center. And it was like, oh no, this isn't going to be, she's going to lose all that time. And that would put DJ kind of ahead. But then DJ ended up doing East Meridia without Gravity suit. Whereas when Glove returned, she had the Gravity suit. So she's able to do Wreck Ship, or she was able to East Meridia a little faster, but she also had to go through, I don't know, it was like far away. Like the route from where Gravity was to where East Meridia was like a long distance.
It's definitely a pretty good distance. If you have speed, that definitely helps with that little retraversal of Upper Norfair, because that was obviously in Wreck Ship.
I think I went across Criteria, actually.
I don't think anybody found speed.
We both
found speed. We found speed.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah.
I went later on.
I think it was Wreck Ship
behind a boss, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was behind Kraid.
Yeah. Oh, it was behind Kraid? That makes sense too. Okay, if you had Gravity for East Meridia, that's cheating. You weren't supposed to do that. I take everything back. I'm salty.
I don't know, DJ. I might have almost been faster to do it when you did it instead of having to
route efficiency. I felt great about this, and I even felt good about Gravity was, I think, the better suit to find there. Honestly, because getting back up would have been a little bit slow. I just can't die to a Holtz like a dummy. But I was ready to thug it out suitless. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I thought that check was too valuable because either suit saved so much time. But
have you practiced the suitless reverse amphitheater?
Completely suitless? No, I've never done that in my life. I was a little afraid. I'm gonna be honest.
Kaisen says you need to lay the power bomb when you're between 315 and 325 health. Otherwise,
You
you
know,
lose
I
health
think
way too quickly.
I think the energy I was on is probably enough to make it through.
Without a CF. It's something
Yeah,
like
you just
10 or
I
11
just have the
tanks.
manual reserves.
But you have 2 reserves, so maybe you can get through. Oh, it'd be tough.
I mean, if you're good and run Rambo, you can do the little spark thing, but that is not me. But yeah, there were options.
Yeah,
Well, I thought that check to go back to gravity for you kind of saved the race for you because, like, I wasn't sure you could do that suitless, and with grav, it's like, okay, you're going to be able to do it.
Oh yeah, grab save time 100% between Dragon and reverse amphitheater. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you guys had us in suspense because neither one of you checked that portal. We knew that Turian was connected to LN, but we didn't know which way.
Yeah, I mean, I had
probably had that portal information earlier. Yeah, like the last 4 portals I had were right side criteria, and then is it 5? I don't even know numbers. And then I didn't know pre-aqueduct, I didn't know any LN, I didn't know Turian. So
yeah, I was at the point where, like, when I came out the top right of West Meridia, like I skipped criteria crabs because I already knew it was LN leads to Turian, and then I kind of like I blundered somewhat hard and I refilled at the ship, which was very much like a give me time to think thing, where to like put together the pieces of like, okay, LN goes to Turian, so what I need to do is go down Red Bryn, go to East Meridia, because I didn't end up refilling at the ship on the way back, which like made it a little bit tighter than it needed to be, but it still wasn't really a big deal.
I took top of Red Tower save, which also maybe had some value. Like it was really late. So like I did Kraid, and then I did Wreck Ship, and then I did East Meridia. Like that was the first 3. I just like went down Red Tower, and then I was coming back up, and I was like like a new bridge or like waterway exists, and like that was a check I was thinking about maybe making, depending on portals. But then I like saved at the ship anyway because it's like if I'm hull running LN, I need all of my resources. So like the double save also like wasn't necessarily the most time efficient, and I think probably because it's like Green Hills is like right there in criteria, so I don't know what I do if I don't find a suit there. It was a crazy seed, but
yeah, I can see how doing business center early would definitely disincentivize you from ending up in West Meridia to check Mama Turtle. Whereas by the time I went there, it was like, so first off, I'm going in there being like, okay, if LN is up at the top of business center, I guess I'm just doing it right now.
Right.
And instead, like, I found West Meridia, and I was like, okay. And then the other one's also West Meridia. So I was like, I guess I check crabs or check Mama Turtle, and then like grapple jump up to right side of criteria to check that portal then, because my thoughts like had not caught up with the map yet to realize that I knew I had full information essentially. But yeah, it was like by that point I knew that like a suit essentially had to be either Mama Turtle or like gravity location pretty much. I don't think there was really or Croc. Croc could have been it as well.
Hello, Croc. We saw you a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a nice place to find Croc, right? Because I'm like, I know my opponent isn't going back there probably any sooner than I will. So it's just kind of out of play.
Like that specific Croc location is like the biggest gamble you can make in these seats, just about. Yeah,
well, I mean, like, what are you really gonna go across there with 0 tanks?
Yeah. I'm not even saying then. I'm saying like at any point in the future.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you have to spike a suit there, and you probably have to spike specifically gravity there. Like, depending on how convenient it is, Varia even might not be enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think the game 3 was definitely had to have been the most interesting of the 3 games. Game 1 was like, okay, I found Varia at X-Ray, and then Gravity was in Upper Norfair, so I was like, okay, that's probably just GG. Which is why X-Ray check is good. And then Game 2 sounds like it was probably fairly interesting. I heard we were like 2 minutes apart before you went for Gravity and I went for Suitless Meridia play, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. Except, I guess then that means either I like...
Waterway takes time, and then you save time in Suitless, plus a little time in Turian as well. So
yeah, like
DJ would have had to catch up if that hadn't been Gravity. Is that what you're getting at? Like it?
No, I think it was the other. No, I thought he was like 2 minutes ahead.
He was ahead before he went off to make those checks. So if he made those checks and then they turned up empty, because he did have to catch up to you a little bit once he got that Gravity suit.
Yeah. I'm just like, if we both hard committed, it sounds like he probably to East Meridia. It sounds like he probably would have still won.
I think so.
Like
would have been close, but he would have.
I feel like I had a pretty okay Suitless Meridia, but like not enough to make up 2 minutes. Which it's like, it's just so depressing to me that Suitless Suitless LN, that's perfectly fine and dandy and shows up a decent bit in these seeds, but it feels like with these settings, Gravless seeds just never happen. So I'm not really a fan of that.
I did do East Meridia Suitless in this seed, so you know.
Yeah, and it was really rough for you. Like,
I would have to look back and see. Like I said, pathing wise, it was
way better routing wise though. Like just because it was so much. It was like right there when you leave wreck ship, and then 100% working out. DJ had more map knowledge because he did do the business center and knew that Upper Norfair just went to West Meridia and not to like LN or Turian or something. Like it made a lot more sense for him to commit to East Meridia there, whereas you didn't have that knowledge.
Yeah. Having business center outstanding definitely disincentivizes it. It did just feel really bad to like do Upper Norfair to Red Tower to Upper Norfair when Red Tower is essentially complete. Like the bottom of Red Tower is completely isolated.
Right.
It's Kraid, a looping wreck ship, and one East Meridia entrance. So
I will say
funny map.
That like, you know, considering how our series ended at SGL, if I hadn't died and we'd been in a similar situation again and you'd have been like even closer this time, I think that would have been, oh goodness, that would have been crazy. But yeah, I pressed the shot button because I wanted to open the door, and that was not the intelligent thing to do when Holts are in front of you and you're screw attacking. So yeah. Well, lesson learned.
Oh, okay. That's the room you were at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he didn't get the Holtz killed, but he got the CF off.
I had to see off. Like right there's like I didn't have time to like try to kill it or anything. Yeah, and then I was like CFing, and it's like staring menacingly at me. And of course, you know the power bomb is gonna aggro it, and it was just like, hey, look at all that health. You're dead.
Was that on the way out or the way in?
No, the way in.
Okay. Yeah, so that's... Oh, right, it would have had to be if it was only a minute 20 time loss.
Yeah. Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
I wanted to win, obviously, but, you know, Glove's good, and I know that. And we had a 6 series, so, you know, no 2 games, no forfeits for the last 30 minutes of a seed, you know. We put on a show. And
you still have a winning record against me, so I'm annoyed about that.
Until next tournament.
Yep. But yeah, GG's. You're definitely a scary opponent. So I ended up kind of grinding a lot this like past week, because I was like, this whole tournament I've kind of been like, okay, you know, I'll do whatever. I've been mostly focusing on vanilla and really enjoying vanilla. But then it was the combination of like, okay, I would like to beat DJ, and then also realizing like, this is with
Just
no
a little
disrespect to any future or current opponents, this is like probably my easiest path I've ever had through a bracket, and like it's still really hard, obviously. Like, but it's like this is probably the most reasonable for me to get to semis or finals.
Shout outs to floaters. And I guess also dang.
Yeah, hey, I mean, I have Dang and Sunwoo played yet? Do I know my next matchup?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so you know, I might have to go up against the Sloaters killer. So that's also pretty scary. I think this tournament has really just shown, in my opinion, how much like the average level of a rando player has just gotten so much better. The
gaps are closing for sure.
Yeah, even in the past year, which to me, I'm like, I feel like a lot of the people who were already sort of more higher or top level runners just like weren't playing rando at all since, you know, whenever the last Dash tournament was or whatever. And there have been a lot of people who have just still been playing in the background, and I think it really shows. So it's like, I know we've said for years, like, oh, there's no free wins anymore, but it's like, there's no wins where you even feel that favored anymore. So it's a really scary tournament. But it's been cool to see that you know, rumors of Boomer Rando's demise have been at least somewhat exaggerated.
Very, very exaggerated. I move a little bit more silently than other people. So that's just like me in general in life. So stuff will happen. We don't have the influencers or the sex appeal, if I can say that on Speedgaming airwaves.
Sheesh.
Yeah, thank you for jumping in here, Idol, as well. You know, I know you did game 2 with Derp, and also shout outs to Derp. I jokingly mentioned both to MM2 and to Glove pre-race. I was like, if we had just gotten Prof to like come out here and commentate Rando, like, and we would have had a little, you know, full SGO, little, you know, reunion and everything. But shout outs to Prof wherever he is. He's probably in the practice round practicing GGG for the GT Classic tourney.
Yeah, either that or killing one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
One of those two. The only options.
You know.
Yeah, and of course, shout outs to my boy Jestro.
Absolutely.
Here.
But yeah, thanks Idol, thanks Derp. Was Derp on solo comms for game 1?
I believe he was, yes.
Okay. So yeah, shoutouts to both of you, shoutouts to Jestro. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to be moving on.
Definitely deserved it. And it'll be, I mean, we had good series today. Hopefully we'll have some more tomorrow. I think everything is agreed to time-wise. Derp and Smellin are just Derp and Smellin don't like putting things on schedules, so I'll yell at them. And yeah, stay tuned to those Speedgaming schedules. We'll have lots more action coming at you. And yeah.
Yep, we've got a couple of matches tomorrow. We've got best of 3 Farflu versus A0 and Dang versus Sunwoo Farmer. I think one of those is starting at 2 Eastern, the other one 2:30 Eastern. So, and looks like we're looking for comments and tracking for those. So definitely, if you're interested, feel free to come in the booth, get a front row seat to the action. It's fun to watch. And so I think that's going to end it for us here, Speedgaming, for today. Thank you again, both runners. Excellent 3-game showcase. And we will see you all next mission.